Hello everyone, welcome to the Book Station, and I am Sanjana. So today I'll be sharing with you the books that I own published by Penguin Books. So I've got 9 books here, so let's get started. So the first book I have is Mulkraj Anand's Untouchable. This is one of my most favorite books in Indian literature, and if you love Indian literature you should definitely read this because it follows just one day in the life of an untouchable, but that one day is so moving, so traumatizing that it will touch your heart and the story will remain with you forever. The second book is Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. So this is the cover, and this is the first book in his trilogy. The second is No Longer At Ease and Arrow of God. I haven't read the Arrow of God, but I've read the first 2. So Things Fall Apart follows the story of Okonkwo, who is one of the greatest warriors of his tribe. So what happens when the British come in and start colonizing their tribe is what is captured in this book, and you also get to see a lot of customs and beliefs of the African tribesmen. So if you love African literature, so this is a must read. So the next book is Tennessee Williams' Glass Menagerie. So those are the glass menageries. So this book follows a few days in the lives of a family called Wingfields, and you see how each of them have a different dream, but all of them have their own shortcomings, yet they struggle to be together and make their dreams come true. It says Tennessee Williams' evocation of loneliness and lost love is one of his most powerful and moving plays, and I completely agree because this was also performed at Broadway because it was so good. So go ahead and watch the play online or just read the book. The fourth book is Sons of Brahma by Dhruba Hazarika. Dhruba Hazarika is an author from Assam, and he's an Indian author now. And this too is one of my most favorite books in Indian literature because it captures the beauty of the northeastern part of India, and it is so well written. The plot is so thrilling and unexpected that I think you should definitely read this book. So this book is about 2 friends. One is Pranab and the other is Jongam. So how when Jongam is accused of committing a crime and is sought out by the police, Pranab comes to his rescue and they escape and go on this small adventure, which in itself is a story to read. The next book is Sudha Murthy's Wise and Otherwise. Sudha Murthy is from the south of India. She is a philanthropist and the co-founder of Infosys, and she has written so many books, and this book is a collection of short stories. So if you want to read something in a very short time, you should definitely read Sudha Murthy's books. This is the book Wise and Otherwise, which has, I should say, very good stories in it. It says a salute to life, so it captures real life stories. So go ahead and read this book if you're interested in knowing more about the world around you. The next book is Jean Rye's White Sargasso Sea. Sorry, I've bound it. I wanted it to be, brand new all the time. So this book was written by Jean Rye after she read Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. So in Jane Eyre, you see the character of the mad woman in the attic, that is the first wife of Mr. Rochester. So Jean Rye in this book, which is a revisionist reading, tries to explain why, or tries to capture the life of the mad woman in the attic before she married Rochester, and it is very well written. It justifies the actions of people, especially mad woman in the attic. I will not tell her name because I want you to read the book and realize how patriarchy works and how colonialism works. The next book is Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. So this is a classic. I hope you can see the cover. So that's the book. It's a classic. I have read it completely and I did like it. There have been many movies that have been made on this book, so you can go ahead and watch the movies if you want. The next book is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. So that's the cover. I've bound it as well. This is the whale, Moby Dick, against which Captain Ahab is fighting. Here, I think that's Captain Ahab. Yes, so this book follows the adventures of Captain Ahab because he was once attacked by this whale called Moby Dick, and he wants to kill it because it took away his leg. So his adventures and his turmoil on his way to kill Moby Dick is captured in this book. The last book is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. So this actually follows the life of a young boy called Huck Finn or Huckleberry Finn, and you also see the character of Tom from The Adventures of Tom Sawyer in this book. So this is a coming of age story where you see Huck Finn, who is a young boy, does not want to be, tamed or civilized, so he runs away from his house. It's his aunt's house, if I'm not wrong, because I read this book a while ago. And so he goes on this adventure on the Mississippi River, and you see him develop, see him grow, and become a young man who turns out to be wiser than what he was when he was young. So these were the 9 books that I have published by Penguin Books. I am planning to film reviews on one of or many of these books. If you want to see them, then subscribe and stay tuned. Until the next video, read a book and share a book. Bye bye.